This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Sex and Singapore City podcast, and I am Nick Selena. Hey, it's Nick Selena, and welcome back to part 2 of the recovery and road to happiness after a toxic relationship. Thank you all so much for your feedback on part 1. I really appreciate it. Here we are with part 2, the final bit of the trilogy. This is point 7 to 13. I hope it was worth the wait, and I hope it helps you as much as part 1 did. Number 7, the rebound replacement. If you're dealing with a narc like me, there will be a new narcissistic supply before you've even finished. It's a known trait. It's what they do. Don't be jealous of their rebound. Once again, in your research stage, because like I said, these are all mixed up and it's all a journey, the whole thing, you can research why rebounds fail. Listen to my episode on why you should never rebound after a breakup. It's all valid points. It's all pretty factually correct. Rebound relationships fail. They don't work because people enter into them all wrong. Like, my ex is using her for sex, for comfort. He's not interested in marriage or babies. He's not interested in anything long term. If he is, great. Good luck to you both. Just so happy it's not me at this point. That's all I can be thankful for. You're her problem, not mine anymore. But don't be jealous of the rebound replacement. I know this is really hard. And when I first found out, especially because I was still so madly in love with him, oh my God, it cut me up more than I can ever put into words. I keep saying I've never felt pain like it. I haven't. This is the worst pain I've ever been in. Worse than physical pain, because I've been punched in the face a few times, I've broken a few ribs. Physical pain is shit, but mental, emotional pain is probably the worst pain for me, because I love so hard, and so I suffer so much harder. And when I realised it wasn't real for him at all, and I was just being used to give him what he needs and what he wants in life, that's a really hard pill to swallow. Especially when you can't keep food down because you're so mentally fucked. Don't feel sorry for the rebound. You will go through phases where, do feel sorry for her. Don't be jealous. Don't fixate on the rebound. It is just a rebound. And even if it isn't, you have to hold on to the fact that it's a toxic relationship for you. In my case, he's never going to change because narcissists can't. They cannot. If you're thinking, my ex is going to run off into the sunset with this person and whatever. Are they really though? And if they are, is that your problem? I know it's easier said than done. I've just been through the worst pain of my life. I was crying a lot and a long, long time, and I was in a lot of pain. But I've started to realise that even if he announced his engagement to her tomorrow, which, knowing his timeline, it could happen. It's been, 3 months? I mean, he was still fucking me at the same time, of course, but, c'est la vie. No one has feelings as far as he's concerned. But yeah, he could pop the question tomorrow. That would be the kind of thing he'd fucking do. Especially if she's rich. Oh, he loves that. If that happens, if he announces his engagement tomorrow, example, doesn't affect my life in any way, shape or form. It just reiterates for me how shitty the relationship was, okay? If someone can replace you like you are nothing, that is such a huge red flag on them as a human. And this is the kind of people you don't want in your life for your foreseeable future. So if there is an immediate rebound, that's another red flag and another good sign that you've done the right thing by getting out of this relationship. So his behaviour since we separated has only reinforced exactly what I have thought already. And he doesn't realise he's so textbook that he's done every single thing that a narcissist would do, all the while telling me constantly, oh, I'm not a narcissist. Well, you are. You are. So yeah, don't feel jealous or envious of the rebound. You see it as a blessing for you that he will now leave you alone, and that actually it's just another sign that he's a dick. Because if you move on, either in lightning speeds, as if the other person doesn't exist, as if the love you had never happened, you're a dick. Okay. Point 8. No contact. This means no social stalking. This means no messaging to any of the flying monkeys. If you're a narcissist, listen to the episode about that for the flying monkeys. Don't contact them. Did I manage to do that? No, absolutely fucking not. Do I wish I'd done that? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because if I'd done no contact, like what my research told me I should do, like what all my friends and family told me I should have done, I wouldn't have still been sleeping with him. I wouldn't have still been seeing him. I wouldn't have found out about his stupid little rebound twat. And I would be better off now. But all I did with contacting him was allowed him, because he's such a spiteful man, to cause me more pain. The stuff he told me about her is diabolical. Like, he told me, oh, yeah, she's all right at sex. It's not the sex between you and I, but it does the job. Oh, the sex was really awkward at first one because I bought the wrong size condoms and it was really, really awkward and weird. Oh, yeah, no, she's all right. Like, she's not you, though. I've tried to move on. I really, really tried. I don't know what to do. I'm so conflicted. I'm so confused. I let him torture me mentally by triangulating me with the new girl because I was still in love with him. If I'd gone no contact, I wouldn't really know about her. And I would be in a very different place very, very quickly. You know, this episode would have been done like 2 months ago. I didn't. So learn from my mistakes, okay? Because all you end up doing is causing yourself way, way more pain than you should have. And yeah, it fucking hurts. And you don't need to know. Why do I need to know that, you know, he went round hers on Christmas Eve because he had nothing else to do? I don't need to know that. I don't need to know he calls her his little sweetheart and his angel. I don't need to know what their first time sex was like. I don't need to know that it does the job, but it's not our sex. I don't need to fucking know any of that. All I did was open up channel of communication between him and me so he could carry on mentally torturing me, because causing me pain seems to get him off. I guess that's the crux of being a narcissist. Whether it's a negative or positive reaction, as long as you get a reaction, you feel in control. And we split up. So you're not going to get a positive reaction, so you're going in for the negative, because that makes you still feel you're in control. Yes, no contact, please. Don't stalk. Looking at their photos won't help. I know. I tried it. Doesn't change anything. Don't call them up drunk. I know. I did it. Doesn't change anything. Don't message their mates. Don't reach out. Don't do anything on social. Like, please, dear God, learn from my fucking mistakes and go no contact. You have to. Bearing in mind, this episode is called a toxic relationship. This isn't a normal breakup. And in a toxic relationship, you have to go no contact. Number 9, get a support system in place. I had my friends and family talked it out. One of my best friends talks to me every single fucking day about it. And any moment where I feel like I am on death's door emotionally, she just bowls on in and is like, look, this is the facts. This is what he's really like. This. And she really brings me around. I don't know where I'd be without her and the rest of the gang. Like, I've got such a strong girl network now. I feel so lucky. And they just support me every damn day. So, yes, please talk it out, get your support system in place, and be open and vulnerable, because you need to experience your vulnerability and your pain with people that you can trust, because that's part of the healing process for you, is to talk about it, accept it, get it out there, have conversations, and yeah, you will start to heal. Number 10, going on the above, therapy and coaching. Love my therapist. She's been with me since March. Love you, babe. She's heard all about me and my past. She was obviously with me when I was still in the relationship, and then with me when it ended. Yeah, love her. Literally love her so much. I will have her in my life forever. Sometimes I'll probably just turn up and be like, yo, got nothing to talk about. I just wanted to see you for an hour. Let me pay you loads of money. Yeah, get a therapist. Also, like, for me, there's a thing called a narcissistic recovery coach or narcissist abuse recovery coaches and recovery therapists as well. There's a whole spectrum of those. If you don't want to pay for anything, you can find online support groups. You can research your particular, thing of what's going on with you and get people that can help you or talk to you who've been in a similar situation for free, or message me, because I got time of day for everyone. And anyone who's been through this, I'm here for you, for sure. Never not message me, because I will respond and I will help, I promise. Number 11. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Say that louder for the cheap seats at the back. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. You are not lonely, you are alone. And let me tell you this right now, you being alone is in a much better place than your ex in a rebound relationship or fucking his way around the island trying to fill that void which will be there forever. You are not lonely. Lonely is a choice. Alone is a fact. I was feeling very lonely as soon as we broke up, and that's normal, and you guys will as well, because you're used to having company, you're used to having someone to hold your hand at night in bed. Like, I loved having him around, well, when it was nice. I loved having him there as, to cuddle to. I'm so affectionate, so affectionate. You think my cat is needy physically? Oh my God, I'm so much worse. So to go from having someone there that I cuddle up to the whole night, hold his hand, wake up and I run out to see him, used to run out into the living room like, I'm awake now. Naked, obviously. Yeah, and just want to, every time he got home from work, I just wanted to cuddle him on the sofa, even though he wasn't fucking interested because he was on Instagram looking at women. Obviously, it's way more important than your relationship, right? But yeah, that all goes. So you are struck with, oh my God, loneliness, right? But what you need to do is reframe that to, I'm alone. And that is okay. Because when you're alone, you're peaceful, you're stress-free, you're relaxed. You're not burying yourself in another human that it's just not getting complicated. You are healing. You're doing your work. You're doing your inner work right now. You are not delaying the process. You're not delaying the heartbreak. You're living through it. You're suffering through it. And let's be honest, the way you are now, you're such a fucking mess. You're no good to anyone anyway. You need to be alone because, you have to. You got to get through this shit on your own, honey. And when you get there, which is what I got to, oh my God, you feel like fucking Wonder Woman. I can't tell you how different I feel about myself, about my life. I've gone from fearing Sunday nights on my own to loving Sunday nights on my own. I've gone from fearing, going to bed, crying my eyes out to oh my God, I want to go to bed early tonight. YOLO, 33 years old, I'm old now. But yeah, it's not the same. Don't make it the same because it's not. You are not lonely, honey. You're just alone. Number 12, don't play the victim, play the conqueror. This is a difficult one, love, because you are a victim, but you don't need to act like one anymore. You're a victim of a very toxic relationship. You're a victim of a very abusive, emotionally, or even physically abusive. I don't know what you guys are going through, so of course that's an option. But wherever you're on the receiving end of, you are a victim. But if you stay stuck in that victim mindset, you're perpetuating the cycle. So you have to do your research. You have to do your healing. You have to cry out. You have to embrace the sadness, no, I was going to say loneliness then. I mean, yes, you have to embrace that as well. So you get okay being alone. But even probably mild depression or panic attacks, you have to get through all that. Yes, you are the victim. But there comes a point where you are now only harming yourself. You are only hurting yourself. You've got no contact. You're on your own completely. You've got to get out of that victim mindset now and say, I am going to be the survivor, the thriver. the queen of life. You've got to get yourself out of this like trapped victim mindset, because that will then carry on into your next relationships. And there comes a point when you go, enough is enough, right? I've lamented over this. C-U-N-T. That was the first time I stopped myself swearing, by the way. I feel so grown up. I got myself over this bad man. And now I'm not his victim anymore, because I don't want any attachment to him. He doesn't get to be the person who victimized me. He gets to be an ex that I'm so thankful I got rid of. That's it. And now I'm pushing forward with myself. I am the conqueror, not the victim. And final point, number 13, unlucky for some, or all of us. You can now start dating again. So when you've done all of this work, you can get yourself out there, you can start dating again, and you know that you're not dating because you're so needy and lonely and broken. This isn't a rebound. You're not after just having sex to fill the void of your ex. You're not after a man to put his arm around you because you're desperately soulless. You are you, healed, strong, happy. You're happy alone, which means any guy you now let into your life is going to be there because you want them there. And because they're an addition. They're not filling any hole. Well, let's hope they are. Honey, you can fill any of my holes any day, okay? You know who you are. That little comment for. Yes, you can begin dating again. You can begin having fun again. And you'll realize when you start dating and you meet some amazing men, you're like, fuck, what was I even doing with that douchebag in the first place? But get your healing done first. This is the recovery and my road to happiness roadmap, which I've listed out here. And I'm on the other side, as you can probably hear. So, yes, please do take my advice on board. It's from very, very personal experience and a lot of research, and not just one breakup, many breakups. So I'm not saying this lightly. I hope it has helped. Please message me if at any point you want more info on this. But this is the final in my trilogy. Happy Monday, guys. And thank you for listening. Thanks for listening to the Sex and Singapore City podcast. This episode was produced and hosted by me, Nick Selena, and recorded at the Splicecast studio in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more awesome content and features to read, you can check out my website, sexandsingaporecity.com. That's sexandsingaporecity.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nick Selena, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.